Hey, what's going on, guys? Coach Bronson here. I am in the pool at the hotel in Austin. Just got finished with KetoCon and just getting ready to pack things up and take off and get back home. But I wanted to talk about the 10-week update and where things are at with my progress is building lean mass, maintaining my skeleton, my body fat percentage, etc. So nutrition's been fine. This week has been a little different because of the travel. We left Thursday. It's Monday now. I decided not to track. I just kind of went with the flow for the weekend, focus on using the event and to fullest capacity possible, trying to get as much interaction, community, and fellowship, and getting to meet people and getting to kind of build those relationships and put all my energy into that, into speaking and the panel and the book signing and all those types of things, and just kind of just said, you know what, I'm gonna back off on tracking. Okay, doesn't mean I ate crap, and I want to talk about that. We're going to talk about what it means to go off plan, and we're going to talk about changes in my goals and the difference between body fat percentage and body fat mass. So the first thing we'll talk about is going off plan and what that means. For me, that means eating less or eating more based on how I feel. So I have a plan. My plan is 165 grams of protein a day, 180, 170 grams of fat a day, and less than 15 grams of carbs a day. That's the plan. My plan, where I'm at in my journey, isn't a question about, am I going to eat whole foods? Am I going to have a snack? Am I going to eat a Built Bar? Am I going to have this keto treat? Am I going to have bread? Things like that. I've made that decision. I made that decision a long time ago. I made that decision once. This is how I'm going to live my life. I'm going to eat whole foods, I'm going to eat quality foods, and I'm going to eat things that are going to benefit my health, period. I'd never have to make that decision again, okay? So for me, when I go off plan, it's about how much of what I'm eating am I eating. My plan is based on quantity, and if I go off plan, it's because I'm gonna eat more protein, I'm gonna eat more fat. I may not feel hungry, I'm gonna eat less fat. I'm gonna eat less protein, whatever it may be. It's a variation in the quantity of the food, not the quality of the food. That's a very big distinction, that if you can get to the point where you have made the decision that the choices you're going to make for your health are going to be whole foods, bioavailable, nutrient-dense, satiating foods, then your journey is going to be a lot easier because it makes the options much more simple. It makes your stress and anxiety about what you're going to do much more simple. The things you have to worry about throughout the day in your life have to do with implementation and how am I going to do something, not am I going to do something. It takes away the stress, the anxiety, the guilt, the shame, the feeling like you have to start all over again. Okay? It takes all that stuff out of the equation. Start thinking about making the decision and never having to make that decision again. And then the only thing you have to figure out is, how do you live and make that happen? Okay? Implementation of a plan is a lot easier than having to come up with a plan every time something happens. Set the plan, make it happen. Okay? That's the first thing I want to talk about. The second thing I want to talk about is the difference in my goals and how it's changing. So we've talked over the past 10 weeks about my goal being to get to 100 pounds of skeletal muscle mass and maintain my body fat percentage at the same. So I started this process 2 months ago, a little over 2 months ago, at about 10% body fat. I think last week I was up to 11, something like that. Not too worried about that. That'll go down, that'll fluctuate, but it'll go down. Was thinking about that, talking to some people at the event this weekend, and I kind of realized, you know, if my body fat percentage is maintaining as I build skeletal muscle mass, then what's actually happening is I'm gaining fat, okay? Because body fat mass is the amount of fat you have on your body in pounds. Percentage of body fat percentage is that ratio of your body fat mass to your total weight. So if my total weight is going up, which has gone up, I put on about 10 pounds, okay? Then I've gained about 3 pounds of muscle, I've gained fat. Potentially about 6 pounds. I have to go back and look. I don't have a scan. I didn't get on a scan this weekend. So we'll go back and look and see where my body fat mass was 2 months ago. Look at where my body fat mass is right now, and it's going to be heavier, right? And that is the opposite of what I'm trying to show in this experiment. I'm trying to show that you don't have to gain fat and build muscle at the same time. So using the goal of maintaining my body fat percentage isn't necessarily showing that you don't have to gain fat to build muscle. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna switch it up. We're gonna go with a body fat mass goal. We're gonna look at where my body fat mass was when I started 2 months ago. And I wanna work on getting back to that number and then maintaining that number as close as possible over the next few months. I think I'm estimating about 6 more months before I can get to 100 pounds of skeletal muscle mass. So keeping that progression, if I keep the same rate of growth, then we're looking at, where we're in now, July, August, September, October, November, December. So by the end of the year-ish, I should be around 100 pounds of skeletal muscle mass. We'll see what that number is. I'll do an update next week on what that number is. We'll talk about what that looks like. But just something to remember, body fat mass, body fat percentage are two different things. And I'm gonna change my goal to body fat mass, maintaining that number as much as possible. So that means 6 months from now, my body fat percentage should be lower than 10%. Okay? Take it easy, guys. I will be back tonight, so this will get posted, and then we'll pick up next Saturday like normal, so it'll be a little bit less time, but we'll see how things go. All right, take it easy. See ya.